our spotlight, we're going to go to technology. I know we hit on tech, but as we were talking about yesterday, we got to follow where the money is, and it seems to be going into tech. So real quick, though, before we get into the stocks, I want to talk about, a few days ago, you said that tech was kind of pointing down to more of a breakdown. Do you think that that is changing a little bit right now?
Well, tech is what led us down, but recently as the indices have come lower, some tech has been holding in and giving me some clues that it could provide some leadership. Now, as far as some stocks that we talk about, I like to go over certain stocks, the stocks that the market is just say adhering to, and one of them we've talked about is Netflix. Netflix. Why do we talk about it so much? You know why? I'm going to show you the chart.
Because they didn't do 52-week high yesterday?
You mean a historic high?
Historic high?
Historic high. This is a trade that traders love, a nice breakout trade. Finally got above this 250, closed on the highs, opening above 260. This has been a great investment for those who have stayed the course with Netflix and been a great pattern trader for those traders that watch it, wait for that pattern to ignite and go after it, and that's what provides you cash flow on a day-to-day basis.
But then what about Apple? Because, you know, it was only slightly higher yesterday, and to my mind it should have been up even further when it got an upgrade from Piper Jaffray analyst, who basically said that Apple was dirt cheap.
I agree with them, and I'm a big Apple
But up under
advocate.
2%, you'd think it should have been up 5 or 6% on that.
Well, right now I think the volume is down overall in the market, and Apple obviously is a huge behemoth. They have so many shares out there. It's consolidating. It's had a huge move. This macro pattern is getting close to be complete, and once the pattern is done, we'll see a move that's sustained. For right now, all it's been is a trade. I do think this upper level, you know, look how long it takes to consolidate a huge move that we've seen over the course of the past few years. So now we're holding higher. We're above this support. I would say if Apple starts to get above 339-ish, you know, it'll contend with these moving averages, but at some point, this downtrend around 350 that keeps moving lower will get broken to the upside, and that's when we'll get a sustained move, and that's when we could see 400, 400 and a quarter year end. That's why I'm saying it as an investor, be in tier one as a trader, keep trading those intraday patterns and those 1 to 3 day moves.
And what about Salesforce.com and VMware? It seems like there's a couple bucks from their 52-week highs.
Yeah, Salesforce has been acting unbelievable since the earnings. It was on the move yesterday, about to go to new highs. We've talked about owning it. As far as VMW, I think it could play catch-up. I'm going to show you this chart. I'm long some, and I do think we're going to get a break above this area. It has a nice consolidation. I would say you add to this thing for momentum above 97 to 99 for also a trade to new highs to follow CRM or to get close to that.
And I want to wrap up with NetApp because it delivered a really solid quarter, said a lot of good things about the data storage center, which is good for like a Hewlett-Packard that's growing that side of the business, and an EMC. Let's take a look at that chart to see if they're having that kind of momentum as well.
Yeah, I think it's up about $3 this morning. I didn't take a look at it when I walked in, but it's, you know, going into this gap. Gaps tend to get filled, so I would say it has room to 58 before it gets some resistance, but I wouldn't chase it on a day like today. I like to see it gap up and hold. As far as EMC, you know, obviously a behemoth, much bigger market cap. This has been one of the chosen ones. It does seem as though this at some point over the course of this year will make new highs. It's above all the moving averages. I think once it gets above this 28 and change, it'll be on its way. I would be in a tier one as an investor. I think this is one of these big cap stocks to own, one of them that's been chosen in a hot area, good group. NTAP